Welcome back to Roll Fair. We are continuing on with our D&D Christmas one-shot. This is, we are going to do like we usually do and go around the table and introduce ourselves.
I'm Ryan. I'm playing Handy, the Halfling Rogue.
Go ahead, Brad. Sorry. I'm used to running the show. I'm sorry.
Do you want to go?
Just jump in at whatever point you like.
I'll just do anything I want.
I'm Brad, playing Frax, the Druid Furbolg.
I'm Devin, playing Gildar Sandori, the human Yabankichi Paladin.
I'm Sarah. I am playing Parched, the Druid Water Genasi.
Okay,
I
so...
don't think you introduced yourself, by the way.
I'm Ben. I am Dungeon Master for these few wondrous sessions.
Not Raina the Ranger.
Not Raina the Ranger. And we shall get continuing on. Last time, an unlikely long-traveled group of the Undigen Herd came into the wandering town Bardesh during a rather harsh sandstorm. They tried to keep themselves mildly sane as much as they could through several days being cooped up inside of a tavern. Luckily, it wasn't too packed, but at the same time, it was getting to a point where they're probably gonna, start brawling or something if things didn't change.
Just the sneak attack, Gildar.
Interestingly enough, things did change, and oddly at that, the winds reversed their direction, and only a few days later, once the winds had died down, the party awakes to the tavern being absolutely frigidly cold. Things are frozen over. There's the condensation. There's just breath in the air. And as you go downstairs, the entirety of the rest of this tavern is huddled in blankets around the biggest fire that the barkeep can safely keep going in this little building. The barkeep's son, Dunlin, he sees you and comes over with a platter of hot drinks that he's had at the ready, and he can kind of tell that it's a bit of a shocking experience for everyone, as you've probably never experienced cold like this in your life.
So Parched is just her fingers are pale or I guess red or dark blue.
Paler than they used to.
And I'm just taking the hot, what is it, spiced mead or something?
Yeah,
And
basically they've added some. They've taken the ale that they have, warmed it, and they've ground some nutmeg into it.
Nutmeg. And so I'm just cupping my fingers around this hot drink, trying to stay warm. And the instant I see you, I'm gonna point a finger and just be, you. What did you pray for?
For something, I don't know. I pray for a lot of things.
Yeah, you're gonna cause the death of us all. Thank you very much. This is why you really should be traveling alone.
Wow. I don't like working with people. But if you must know, I prayed to find whatever we were needing to find. We're always looking for other monsters. I mean, do you remember the time we had to hunt down the ghosts up in northern T'Chawa?
All right, so what causes cold?
I don't know. Could be a lot of things.
Well,
this doesn't seem natural, so this is our job.
Our job is to freeze to death.
Let's see what the weather's going to be like for the next day. And then there's Druidcraft sensory effect that will say what it will. You create a tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
So so it might manifest as a golden orb for clear skies, cloud of rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and whatever. So it just
or whatever
lasts
you
for
decide.
Yeah, it lasts for 10 seconds and it just
So
whatever the weather is. It
you
of
create this kind of magical orb, and as it goes in your hand, you can see there's kind of a mixture of clouds and light through it. but the orb itself in your hand begins to just kind of freeze, and ice kind of just forms up around it to a point where it's actually almost like unbearably cold, even though it shouldn't be. And you go to drop it for a second, and it just kind of like there's this, it poofs in like a bit of like this white substance, like frozen substance that falls to the ground and then disappears.
Is it supposed to do that?
It's supposed to do whatever it's supposed to do. It's just, you can do it too, but that's not good. That's not normal.
So we're all
I've never
going
seen
to
that before.
Day after tomorrow, freeze ourselves.
Yeah.
As you're looking around with that, you do see that the boards are no longer on the door, and it looks like it has been opened at some point in time. There's a kind of like half-frozen puddle of water running out from beneath the door. And Sankin basically just kind of like eyeballs you, and he's like, don't want to be going out there right now. Trust me on that.
Let's go out there for right now.
I open the door and I look harshly at Parched and I say, we have a job to do. Let's get to it, all of you.
Yes, Handy, let's get to the job.
So you open the door. You look back at Parched as you're opening the door, and after you speak to her, the light that's coming in as you open the door like kind of distracts you, and you turn out and you're kind of like blinded momentarily. You're hit by a piercing cold. There's just like I said, a blinding refraction of light to a level that you've never experienced. It takes a minute for your eyes to even adjust to what you're seeing. And you think there's just something wrong, maybe with your vision, you're not sure, because there is a distinct lack of color in your surroundings. You realize that there is just this thick blanket of white over everything in your vision. This ice-cold cover seems to rise even up from the ground in front of you by around maybe 2 feet. And it's partially blocking the your exit out of the door.
I grab my shield off my back and my spear, and I just march out into whatever this is.
I pretend to do the exact same with my shield and my quarterstaff and just try to mimic everything he's doing.
I'm just going to follow along in whatever tunnel through this they've made. Since I'm so short, so that I can actually make my way through all that.
Parched wants to, as soon as she crosses the threshold of the outside, she's going to lean down and pick up some of the white stuff.
Okay. It is very cold. But as you kind of rub it around in your fingers and it kind of warms up, you notice that it turns into water. Like a very cold water, but it basically melts into water.
It's some sort of frozen water.
We call that ice.
Well, does it look like ice to you?
It's fine ice.
You can hear like Sankin like kind of shouting in protest as you guys are leaving. He's like, you probably don't want to be going out there. You're gonna freeze to death or whatever cursed thing this is.
This is exactly where we want to be. We need to find something. Sure of it.
Oh, Mr. Sandkin, do you have like a blanket I could use?
Let me get back in here. Let me see if I can find something to at least bundle you up. Me and Dunlin tried going out there a little bit earlier, but it's just unbearable. We came back in after about 2-3 minutes because thought I was gonna lose a foot or something out there.
I want to take a look around and see if I see anything like on the horizon, some sort of being or a creature or, something that shouldn't be there besides this material.
And my passive perception is 20.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, no, it does take your eyes like several minutes to adjust to just how like bright it is out here with you've been out on the desert during like really bright days and the sun reflects off the sand and it almost blinds you, and this is just taking it one step further. But after several minutes, you're a little cold and you're starting to feel it, but you see to the northern side of the town, it's a group of trees, but like it's something that you shouldn't normally see in this area, as it appears to be a forest of coniferous trees, blanketed in the same white substance. And at this point, all you can see is that it's just off on the north side of the town.
With my nature expertise, would I be able to guess what this is? Just, maybe from having heard about it at some point.
You could roll me a nature check.
All right, let's see. No, maybe. It's a 15 total.
You're not entirely sure, actually. Like it's something where this is such a just foreign thing to the areas in which you've traveled, to Chawi and Salix and in general, that like you think you're like, well, I've seen a lot, and like you've seen you've actually heard of like rivers freezing over and just during just flash cold like chills and stuff that might come through. Occasionally really cold breezes will come off the coast. But outside of these just kind of like flash freezes that seem to be a rarity but do occur, this is something entirely new.
Let's talk to the trees.
Let's get some warm clothing and then talk to the trees.
Am warm clothing.
Sankin kind of does catch up to you guys. He's got like their lighter kind of just coverings and things, kind of like how people would bundle up in the desert. They've got a lot of just these layers of stuff, and he's just like, take all you need if you're going out there, like just stay safe.
I actually like this over the desert. Desert's hard to get. You can't take off so many layers, till other people want you to add them back on. But this is actually pretty nice.
I'm just, my knees are shaking, my teeth are like, just all huddled together, be like, sure.
I'll take you up on that offer too. It's
Okay.
really cold out here.
Yeah, so you guys like get back in and start bundling up, and before you can make your way back out again, you actually there's several just heavily bundled up T'Chawi men come through the door. They've got like sacks of extra clothing as well, and Sankin basically addresses the man that comes in, as he's just like, oh, Nevar, you guys are finally making your rounds, I see. And he speaks up. He's like, yes, is everyone okay here? We're feeling like more bitter than my late wife, but we're alive. The group goes and just starts getting everyone bundled up. You can actually see that the material that he's brought is kind of like a thicker material than just the random bits of clothing that that Sankin was giving you. And he speaks up again. He's like, what in the hell's is going on out there? So I'm not really sure. The town seems to be covered in a sort of ice-like sand. One of the older men of the council, Dashin, he's not from around here. I believe he traveled in from outside of Salix. Anyway, he seems to recall stories of something he calls snow. Never actually seen it, but he's been around a bit more than we have. Anyway, it's a bit of work, but we're slowly clearing what we can to make sure we can reach and help everybody.
For once, I agree with Gildar. Let's find what made this snow and kill it.
Well, sure.
Chief Dick.
Yeah.
No, it possibly, like, I've been noticing a weird forest to the north. I don't know if you've gotten...
we saw that.
Yes.
It wasn't there before.
I want to
might,
talk to
yes, that's definitely new. It might be a bit of work to get up there, but we've got several shovels that we're trying to clear paths through the snow. If you have a shovel, perhaps you could
We could
help
just
us out. And
walk there.
I mean, you could try. It is deep and heavy.
Wait, I'm sorry. You want us to take shovels and shovel the sand
I'm
to get to the forest?
sorry, I'm just trying to clear paths for my people so we can...
Here's what we'll do. You take care of your people. We'll save the town. We're just going to go straight to the forest.
If you think you can make it, it's just so cold.
I'm sorry. What was it, Mr. Nevar?
Navarre.
Navar?
Never have I ever.
Just keep bundled up, sir. We'll take care of it. That's what we do.
Okay. We will...
You don't happen to have anything that can help us through this cold?
You can take as much clothes as you need, but we don't have much. This is new to us.
I can believe that, but we'll borrow these. Promise we'll give them back, assuming they don't get destroyed, but we'll be back. We're going to figure out what's going on. That's what the herd does.
Very well. I will simply get the help of Sankin and Dunlin, and we should be
Wait,
fine.
I can take care of this. So, Parch starts walking outside, all bundled up with her new clothes, and then she casts Mold Earth, and she just starts pushing like 5 feet chunks of snow out of the way, making like a path. As
Is
she
Mold
walks.
Earth a
It's cantrip.
cantrip? Give me a arc. Well, no, because you would know from earlier that this is like, in essence, water,
It's water?
but it is
Yeah.
frozen. Snow is essentially a frozen water. So like you could use Mold Earth. I could say that it would probably
And the
work.
stuff underneath.
What about Gust?
I cast Gust to move things 5 feet away. Like
it kind
a
of drifts
giant
a bit.
snowblower.
It drifts a bit. It actually probably takes off about the top foot of snow in a 5 foot kind of just like cone
So-
outwards from you or whatever. Just
Evidently, I can't
If
tell.
it's that far, then why don't we just fly there?
Am I light enough to walk on it? As a Lightfoot halfling?
so as she's like clearing out, the lower portion of it is actually probably packed down enough that you don't sink too far into it as you go through. But like it does help, and it does make it easier for you guys to travel through.
Frax, you're saying we could fly maybe?
Yeah, let's fly. Why not?
So with one of my items, I'm not restricted with movement.
'Kay.
With rough terrain.
Nice.
So
What about us?
not my problem.
Well,
but I have
as
the-
she's clearing out enough with Gust that it goes from being like rough terrain to something manageable. Like you can, because it's about 2 feet deep, and the gust is powerful enough that it takes off about the top foot of
Sounds good.
snow.
Yeah, I just have the ring of free action, so
Oh my gosh, me too.
Nice.
rough terrain does not restrict my movement.
Nice.
But
How heavy are you all?
I'm gonna
Wow, that's a rude question to ask.
Is it?
I didn't write that down in my backstory. I'd say I'm probably like 180 pounds without my armor, and with my armor, probably like 250.
So Navarro's a little bit disappointed that you won't help, help the town, but he's just like, I appreciate, no, it's probably very more important. I don't know what's going on with the forest being all ominous and creepy like it is. But you will be appropriately compensated for your help, and we do appreciate it.
We don't do it for money.
We do it for money.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Money,
Oh.
treasure, fame, all
I
that sort of thing.
Just,
Well, whatever compensation you find appropriate.
how about the freedom of all the animals you have here?
That does not sound appropriate.
Okay, well, we want to go scope around because we want to make sure that before we spend a few hours clearing snow, that some awful being won't attack us. So allow us to do some recon, and then we can come back later, and maybe we can help you then.
Yeah.
So it's not a no. It's just not right now.
Yes, I that sounds
Can you
very good.
turn into a giant eagle?
Yes.
Me too. Why don't we just do that?
Okay, let's go.
Sounds great.
Do you want to ride a giant eagle?
When do I not want to ride a giant eagle?
I don't know. I've never ridden one. I've been
Where
one.
eagles dare.
If it gets us there faster, fine. But let's try and keep a
gonna
low
get-
profile.
Gonna get cold.
It actually probably would be quite a bit colder being flown through.
Like
So-
dig into your feathers or something.
As you do go out, you do actually notice that there are already just several well-bundled people with shovels just kind of already making paths between different houses. The central kind of just area of the town where normally there would be some sort of market is starting to get cleared out in just kind of like a wider circle, so there can be a bit of a meeting place for the townsfolk if they need to. Stalls that were in there are now crushed under the unexpected weight of this ice cold anomaly that you are now experiencing. And as you guys start to head north to the forest right off the edge of town, you do see several of the townsfolk just trying to barrel and run through the snow, kind of like shouting, and you see these creatures coming, like they look like some sort of goblinoid type thing, but with wings and a color that appears that they are made of a mixture of ice and this snow. They have icy claws on their hands, and you can see them swinging at, trying to get at the townsfolk who are running away. And just these, every time it seems like they hit, there's like these little shards of icy glass going off, and it's.
Wait, did
just
we
like-
already wild shape and start flying when we started saying
Did
this?
you?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
'cause we were gonna we
Yeah.
were gonna change our shape,
Because I thought you guys.
and then we were gonna
did.
fly off.
Yeah.
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 And so this is
So
basically
this is
something
when
you
we're
see from the
seeing-
air.
Gotcha. Yep.
Okay.
And so like
Okay.
it seems like these creatures are just happening upon the townsfolk as you make it to it.
So who do I have on me?
I'm going to say I'm riding you, and I, kind of whack your head a little bit, I point down.
I don't know what eagles actually sound like. They don't sound like that.
They don't sound like that. But I take my spear and my shield in hand, and I am pointing downward, hoping that I can impale something on the way down.
Okay.
Just gonna dive bomb.
Put me in the fight, coach.
Okay, I'm telepathic, so it's fine.
You're telepathic.
You don't need you hear this in my head. You don't need to hit me like that Neanderthal over there.
That would have been nice.
Okay, I'm gonna have you guys roll for initiative.
All right.
Oh, as an eagle.
Don't forget, you get +3.
Well,
You're all
Oh,
within.
because near you.
am I near you? Are we
It's if you're within 10 feet.
within 10 feet?
Probably
While flying?
Flying?
No, that'd be really close.
That would be really
close.
close.
You get +3, Brad.
And what would be What is initiative based off of? Dexterity?
Yeah. You should see your
Oh.
initiative
It's a
bonus
dex
there.
check.
What if I use
Plus
digital
3
dice?
plus 6 then. Nice.
It's not that much better.
Let's see.
Grab for you over here. You guys can play your characters and with those.
Do I get the advantage still?
And you
No,
got,
because it's based off the weapon that is
those two are together and these two are together.
in my wild shape. What happens to your items when you wild shape?
Don't they like
You
absorb
don't.
into
they
You don't
kinda
have
absorb
anything.
into you,
Yeah,
so
you're
you've
just
got
the
the-
animal.
Right, so it's just me.
Well,
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah,
the
you
abilities
just-
of the giant eagle.
Right. That's it. Not my weapon
Correct.
stuff. Okay, got it.
Not until you change back.
Got it. Okay.
But you keep your, like your intelligence stats and whatnot. Just
Oh.
your strength, dexterity, and constitution, I believe, change.
Oh.
Yeah, you have the physical characteristics of the creature, but not the mental characteristics.
Because it's wild shape,
Yes.
or just because it's
Yeah.
Right.
It is not polymorph.
Oh, but I can't talk.
Correct.
Lame.
That's why I took the
Dang,
telepath
yeah,
feat.
that's a good. I didn't think of that.
I can still talk to the party.
I can talk to animals, but I can't talk to people when I'm an animal.
Yeah, you don't have good enough vocal cords.
Okay, what are your rolls for initiative?
16 for handy.
Okay.
10 for Eagle Frax.
19 for Gildar.
Ooh.
7 for Eagle Parched.
Okay.
Yeah, that's with a +6.
Wow.
I'm slowed by him.
Yeah.
You could just draw them away. Just
Just leap.
Just jump off.
aim for the bushes.
I'm not reacting as fast as you want.
I've got good acrobatics. I can just.
Okay,
Just-
Gildar,
well,
you
just
go
Captain
first.
America.
Gildar goes first.
dude.
How far away are these creatures?
You guys are flying towards them, and you're probably about 20 feet away at this
Okay.
point.
I am going to put my shield and spear away, pull out a javelin, and chuck it because
Okay.
I'm stuck with the bird. So the first one I see, I rolled. Bear with me.
Rar.
Oh, I can't even escape it here.
That's part of why I wanted to have a wild shape, so I could turn into a bear and be like, I'm with you.
And then you can draw
16.
it. That hits.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, so that is a. Hang on. Sorry. So that's 1d6 plus 2, but I have a feat that gives me plus 2 to bonus damage, so that is a 9 altogether.
Okay. Yeah, you just it hits the thing and just a shriek, and like it kind of drops out of the sky into the snow. It was only about 5 feet up, but like it, drops down into the snow, and you can see it's still alive, but like it's kind of writhing a little bit. Next is Handy, I believe.
Yeah, so am I roughly 20 feet away as well?
Yeah.
Would that be like right above? Like, could I jump off and dive or more at an
So
angle?
you guys are probably, what would you say, like 10, 15 feet in the
Yeah,
air
I
still?
don't
Because
think
you guys
it'd
were
be-
coming down in.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think we'd be too high just because we were
Yeah,
just...
you're probably about 10,
Plus, there's
15
just some
feet up.
fluffy cushion.
Yeah.
They're only about 5 feet off the ground, like kind of hovering there
All
on
right,
their little
I've got an idea.
creepy wings.
Can I dive off Parched back into the snow and use my bonus action to hide in the snow?
Tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gave you a wrong number. It was 8. Sorry.
Okay.
I need to roll stealth for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pass without trace.
That didn't roll, but it landed right on a 2. 12 total.
Well, I mean, if it didn't roll it.
Well, it didn't. It wasn't cocked though. It just dropped and just didn't roll well.
Okay.
Like the ring just
Whatever.
poof.
Yes, worst roll ever. But 12 total,
Okay.
if that helps. And I'm trying to kind of try to then move, kind of burrow through the snow up to one of them and attack it. Would it be sneak attack? Or did they see anything?
Yeah, I like that was high enough. These aren't like the
Okay.
most perceptive of creatures.
All right, then I will stab up at it from below with my rapier to try to sneak attack it. Let's see if I can roll better this time. That's
Handy
13
stab.
hits. Oh, good. 13 hits. Okay. Well, there's all this sneak attack damage. And where's my D8? Okay, so it's 10, 17, 18, 19 total damage.
Okay. You actually just like you come right out of the ground, like just double rapiers in hand, and just skewer the thing as it's like flying. It's like kind of like doing the little kind of hovering, flying through the air, cackling, and like it's just shish kebab. And like pull it down. And then just like so as soon as these blades kind of just appear out and just go shink, and then it pulls it back down and it disappears underneath the snow.
Nice.
That's actually pretty horrifying.
I'll just call it, see that part? That's why I use a long blade.
Say that you are right here. That guy's gone. They don't see you, but so these two are going to go up and attach Parch. I will say that one that's next to you probably did see what was going on.
All right.
These two are
You fly up to us.
going to fly up to you. They're going to fly up to you. So we're going to get just some quick little attacks. I'm going to have 2 attacks on Parched. One of them is definitely a miss. The other one is a dirty 20.
Use the Eagles AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an eagle, you use the eagle's AC.
Okay.
And that is 2 damage.
Okay.
You're going to have one of them is going to attack you.
All right.
With it reaches down in the claws, and it does. That's a 16 to hit.
Nope.
That's
I'm 18.
attacking Ryan.
Ryan, sorry, that's
Handy.
it's attacking Handy. We're gonna have 2 of them attacking Gildar. That is a 15 and a 13.
Miss both.
Do we use our regular HP for wild shape?
No.
You use the HP of
HP
the creature.
And then as soon as the creature gets down to 0, you just transform back into your normal thing,
Okay.
and none of your health is actually
Then
gone.
I will keep track of that.
And they are going to attack Frax, Eagle Frax. One of those is a 14, the other one is a 12.
14 hits. 12 doesn't.
Okay, that is 3 damage,
Before you take damage,
3
let
slashing
me-
damage, and 2 cold damage.
I am going to use my reaction to intercept the strike.
That's cool.
So you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 3.
Oh, jeez.
So you said it was 3 damage?
5.
Yeah.
5?
Well, it's 3. It was 3. Yeah, it was
3
3
slashing,
slashing
2
and
cold.
2 cold.
Okay. Let me roll my d10. That is 13 damage that he avoids.
Okay, so yeah, like
Okay.
you deflect all of that.
So
damage.
I just reach out with my spear and just...
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
You're welcome.
5.
Now it is Frax's turn, I believe, because you had the 7, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's 10. So I got how many next to me? 3? 4?
You've got 4 of them around you.
4
2
around
of
me?
them are attacking Gildar, and the other 2 are attacking you.
Sorry, I keep asking all these questions, but does so Giant Eagle has multi-attack. Does that mean I can do multi-attack?
Yep. If it has multi-attack, you can use it.
Talons and beak. Okay. So closest one, I'm just gonna attack with the beak.
Okay.
Oh, gotta see if it hits. That is a natural 20. So 25 to hit.
Yep.
And then
Double
do you
that
want me
damage.
to double the
Yep.
damage or double the dice?
Double the, well, whichever you want to do. That's
Or roll 2. I'll just, okay. So it's a 3 plus 3 plus 3. So 9.
9 damage. Okay.
Yep. 9 damage with the beak.
Okay.
Stab. And is that one still?
It's still going. It's freaking out, and it's a little bit bloodier than it was 5 seconds ago. But
Then I will attack it with talons then.
okay.
Just for context, while he's rolling, these creatures, are they kind of like just icy creatures, or are they more like wind-like?
They are elemental in nature.
Okay, yeah, but like, I guess, what do they look like?
They basically look like if goblins were made of ice, had really long, like sharp, icy claws and wings, and were emaciated greatly.
Okay,
Nice.
disgusting.
21 to hit
21 hits.
and 11
Okay.
slashing damage.
Yeah, you go in with the beak, grab it, and then your talons grab it, and you just pull it in half, and it's just like shards of ice just spray out as if it was the blood of this creature, and it dissipates into the snow below you.
I guess since they're next to me, I don't really want to. I was planning on going to the ground, but guess I'll just stay there. Don't want an opportunity attack for all of them.
It is now Parch, your turn.
Eagle Parch! Okay, so my beak attack doesn't hit, but my talons will. Actually, no, it doesn't hit.
What is it?
Just
It was like a 3 plus a 5, so 8.
Oh, that's not going to hit.
That's not gonna hit. But the other one's 17 plus 5, so
Definitely
that hits.
hits.
And then so Talon's attack do 2d6, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage!
That's
Nice.
pretty good damage. Like it's definitely worse for wear. You notice like a couple of its icy limbs have been ripped off, and somehow it's still flapping around in there.
Now, I am flying, right?
Yes.
So, like, did they hit me and did I hit them on a flyby?
Are you doing a flyby as if it's
Well, I'm an eagle. Like, I can't hover. Like,
You could.
you're
Yeah,
technically
just
you can kind
yeah.
of flap in place.
oh, okay.
It's kind of where I figure I'm at right now.
Oh, sorry, Ben.
Mind.
I forgot to mention too, when they ended their turn, I can use my reaction as a skirmisher to move away without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay,
So it's going to move 10 feet toward Parched.
that's fine. Yeah, we'll just say that you crawled back under the snow. You got your little snow tunnels that you're making. It's cold,
Yeah.
Snowball.
but it's working. It's working. Gildar, it is your turn again.
Okay. Did one of the ones in front of
So one of
furball.
them that's attacking you has you hit with a spear earlier or javelin,
Javelin.
and then the one of the other ones is gone that he ripped to
I
shreds.
wanted to
Thank
make
you.
sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Gildar is going to take his spear and thrust at one of the ones to his right, while still mounted on our wonderful furbolg eagle. And need to roll that. That is probably a hit. 25 to hit,
Yep.
and d6, and that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, and you were attacking the one that you already hit before, or
One of the ones to the right.
okay. Yeah, I'll just say like go for the one that's got a javelin hanging out of it.
Sounds good.
And like somehow it got back up out of the snow and it just flew up at you, and you basically take a swipe down with your spear and just shatter this thing.
Okay. I get 2d6 temporary hit points
Nice.
for my spear. So I will roll that here in just a minute, but I'm going to use my second attack because I
Okay.
totally forgot last time.
Oh,
And attack the other one, and that is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Lame. 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So I'm just jabbing in.
Yep. You're just chipping off ice. It is now Handy's turn again.
Okay, I'd like to burrow my way through the snow to get up to the one of those engaged with Parched.
Okay.
The one that hasn't been hit
Well,
yet.
those one because the eagles,
they
you
higher
guys
up
are
in
about
the air?
10, 15 feet up on the
boy.
eagles. This guy is still hovering right above the snow.
Okay, so yeah, if I can't reach out to those ones, then I will try to use my bonus action to hide for
Okay.
to stealth through the snow.
Yeah, just roll a stealth real quick, just to make sure.
Okay, 23.
Definitely.
And do the same thing. I'm gonna pop up from below and stab right into it.
I love it.
And that's a 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Actually 22, but yeah. Okay, so sneak attack and rapier damage. So
They're now flying eunuchs.
that's an 18 total.
Okay. You just same thing. Like you just absolutely you go up, and before you even like can get this one down under the snow, just your rapiers just kind of shatter it.
It's only because we're distracting them. Don't let it go to your head.
So I have like 10 feet of movement left. I'll just move toward Parched then, and just in case they get lower and I get within reach.
Wait. I'm confused. Are those guys on me?
They're flying next to you.
Oh, they're flying. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have wings.
Just a big air battle.
Honestly,
Yeah,
so they see what's going on, and like they just they're little creatures. They thought they were getting an easy meal. They see that it's not an easy meal, and they start to just book it out of there.
Opportunity attack.
Basically, yeah. The three of you will get
Yes.
opportunities to attack. You are a little too far
Yeah.
away for it.
That is a 25.
Hits.
It's going to be with the claws.
7 damage.
Okay, that's actually enough to just shatter the backbone of that one flying away from you, and just this thing of ice just rains down onto the snow below.
14 to hit.
Hits.
You can use my dice too if you want.
That's all good. That is a 11 slashing damage.
Okay, it's pretty beat up, but this one manages to start getting away.
Okay, so I've got my beak attack does 6, and then my talons do.
Oh, can we do multi-attack with a with
Well,
that?
it's just the It's
Yeah,
just
it's
the one attack.
That's why I was just doing the talons.
Oh, is
'cause
it just
they're-
one?
Yeah, you only get
Yeah.
one on the reaction.
So it would be 8 from the talons.
Yeah.
Then? Okay. Again, like you take a really good swipe out of this guy, but like he survives and starts just flying away. And they go just full speed, full 60 foot. Just they're getting away as far as they can.
Well, I mean, I can fly 80 feet, so.
Yep. I mean, it's
Get on, guys! You're getting them!
it's Eagle's turns. Like you're Frax up and then Parched on deck. So let's like they're basically
It's running away. I think Frax would just let him go.
we only had 2 left.
Gonna start.
No, we had 3 left. They're all kind of like
I'm like digging my knees into your wing joints, like, go! Go!
Like, okay, go into the trees. So I'm gonna head towards the trees again. So if it's the same
I'll start
direction, that's
hopping
yeah,
up out of the
it's
snow,
it's the
trying
same
to catch
direction
Parched's
as they are.
attention.
So, I mean, it's 80 feet that I can fly. So, what's their flight speed?
Their flight speed is 30, so they can go 60 in a turn.
Well, I'm just going to blow right past them.
The world.
Need a lift.
Well, you got her.
Yeah, when it's my turn, I'll
Yeah.
pick you up. I'll just.
I mean, while we're flying past them, I guess you could hit them.
It's not my turn.
That's true. Never
Have
mind.
to-
I'm blowing right past them.
Okay.
I'm not like doing a full 160, but I'm just doing an 80. I'm not dashing.
You're
the
dancing.
No.
Well, then you could also attack.
Attack them.
Parched is gonna like swoop down and pick up Handy and then book it the full 80 flight speed and catch up to those guys.
Okay.
I use talons and I get 5 damage. The other one did not hit.
Yeah, so you finish off the
You could use me as an improvised
one of them
weapon
that you
again,
hit.
too.
Yeah.
You're just like toss them in
Whip you around.
darts.
So,
As you guys chase these things into the trees,
I beat him to the trees.
yeah. So a few interesting things happen. First off, because you were coming in first, you suddenly notice that you are no longer riding on top of an eagle, but you are now atop a Christmas tree that is now plummeting to the ground. You also notice that your skin has turned a blue color.
oh no. Oh no. I'm a monster!
Hey.
It's funny because I'm blue.
As
You're
as
blue.
Yeah, Parched is blue.
That's
as
funny.
parched and Handy come blazing into the forest. Parched
Dun, 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 dun.
suddenly has like the innate ability to know the direction of if there are any reindeer in the nearby vicinity.
Are there?
Currently, you're about 60 feet from the closest reindeer. And Handy gets just this whiff of just pine, just Christmassy pine scent, just stuck in your nostrils for the next minute.
Can I drop this shape?
No, so essentially you hit the ground,
Dang it.
and like this Christmas tree like just starts sliding, like ornaments flying off everywhere.
I actually have ornaments and stuff.
Tinsel gets
Gla- like tinsel and like glass ornaments are like just shattering.
Wow.
Gildar has to tuck and roll once he hits the snow. And then about 30 seconds later, just poof, you're suddenly a furbolg again.
Do I need to make a check of some sort?
No, your skin is blue.
No, I mean like for hitting the ground.
Because the snow is deep enough, like it's not something
powder.
Yeah, basically it's kind of like, cartoony, kind of just
Just wave a big impression in snow.
there's a Gildar shaped hole in the 2.5 feet of snow around you.
You just hear anyone that comes near, you just hear the muffled crying. I'm a monster. I have to hunt myself.
You get up and take in your sudden surroundings amidst this chaos, and you see just this deciduous forest that from outside just was covered in white. Inside you can see up in the trees like lights just weaving in and out, all these like kind of fairies and stuff that are just flying around up there and slowly changing colors to reds, to greens, to blues. And you're suddenly not sure exactly what to do amidst what just happened. And we will stop there for this session.
You have been listening to Rollfair, a D&D podcast. Produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields. Executive produced by the Rollfair team. Copyright 2021 by Rollfair LLC. All rights reserved. Visit us online at rollfair.com.